Good day everyone. Let me talk about an overview of Republic Act number 11596. Republic Act 11596, also known as an act prohibiting the practice of child marriage and imposing penalties for violations thereof, was enacted to address the issue of child marriage in the Philippines. Child marriage refers to any marriage entered into by a person below 18 years old, whether solemnized in a civil or religious ceremony. Statistics on child marriage in the Philippines. According to UNICEF, around 15% of Filipino girls are married before the age of 18. Child marriage is more prevalent in certain regions of the Philippines, particularly in rural areas and among certain ethnic groups. Child marriage often results in negative consequences for individuals involved, including limited educational opportunities, increased health risk, and perpetuation of poverty. Importance of protecting children from child marriage. Protecting children from child marriage is crucial for several reasons. First, promoting child rights. Child marriage violates the fundamental rights of children, including the rights to education, health, and protection from harm. By preventing child marriage, children can fully enjoy their rights and reach their full potential. Second, preventing harmful consequences. Child marriage often leads to negative consequences for the individuals involved, such as limited educational opportunities, increased health risk, and perpetuation of poverty. Protecting children from child marriage helps prevent these harmful outcomes. Third, ensuring gender equality. Child marriage disproportionately affects girls and perpetuates gender inequality. By protecting children from child marriage, societies can work towards achieving gender equality and empowering girls to make choices about their own lives. Fourth, supporting healthy development. Child marriage can have detrimental effects on physical, emotional, and psychological well-being of children. Protecting children from child marriage ensures that they can grow up in a safe and nurturing environment that supports their healthy development. Fifth, upholding human rights. Child marriage is a violation of human rights, as it deprives children of their rights to childhood, education, and autonomy. Protecting children from child marriage is essential for upholding their inherent dignity and rights. The commitment to protecting children's rights, including safeguarding them from harmful practices like child marriage, is a fundamental aspect of upholding human rights and ensuring the well-being of future generations. Here are key points that reflect this commitment. First, legal framework. Laws and regulations such as the Republic Act number 11596 demonstrate the government's commitment to protecting children from child marriage by establishing clear guidelines, penalties for violations, and mechanisms for enforcement. Second, international convention. The Philippines' adherence to international conventions such as the Convention of the Rights of Child and the Convention of the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women underscores its commitment to upholding children's rights and promoting gender equality. Collaborative efforts. The involvement of various government agencies, non-governmental organizations, and civil society groups and international partners in implementing programs and initiatives to prevent child marriage reflects a collective commitment to protecting children and promoting their well-being. Fourth, education and awareness. Efforts to raise awareness about the negative impact of child marriage provides education on children's rights and empower communities to take actions against this harmful practice demonstrates a commitment to creating a protective environment for children. Fifth, judicial training. The provision of comprehensive training programs for members of the judiciary, as outlined in Republic Act number 11596, reflects a commitment to ensuring the legal professionals have the knowledge and skills to adjudicate cases to child marriage in a manner that upholds the best interest of the child.
Sa ilang pamayanan sa Pilipinas, buhay pa rin ng kaugalian 12, 13 o 14 ang maagang ikinakasal alinsunod sa tradisyon. Pero kamakailan, ipinagbawal na ito. Ano na ang mangyayari ngayon?
Promotion of gender equality. Promotion of gender equality is crucial for establishing a fair and inclusive society where individuals of all genders have equal rights, opportunities, and access to resources. Efforts to prevent child marriage contribute significantly to advancing gender equality through various means. First, empowering girls. Preventing child marriage enables girls to access education, develop skills, and make autonomous choices, fostering their empowerment and contributing to gender equality. Second, ending harmful practices. By eliminating child marriage, societies can combat harmful gender norms and disparities that disproportionately affect girls, thereby promoting gender equality. Third, ensuring equal rights. Protecting children from child marriage guarantees equal rights for both girls and boys to childhood, education, and opportunities for personal and professional growth, fostering a society where all individuals are treated with dignity and respect. Fourth, changing social norms. Efforts to prevent child marriage involve challenging traditional beliefs that fuel gender discrimination, promoting awareness and education to shift societal norms towards gender equality. Fifth, supporting women's empowerment. Preventing child marriage is integral to empowering women and girls, enabling them to delay marriage, pursue education and career path, and engage fully in society, thereby serving as cornerstone for promoting gender equality. First, international conventions. The Philippines is a signatory to conventions like the CRC and its optional protocol pledging to protect children's rights globally. Second, domestic laws. Enactment of laws such as Republic Act No. 7610 and Republic Act No. 11596 establishes a legal framework to safeguard children from abuse and exploitation, with specific focus on addressing child marriage. Third, implementation and enforcement. The country ensures children's rights through practical application and enforcement of laws protecting child welfare, education, healthcare, and protection from harm. Fourth, collaborative efforts. Engaging with international organizations, NGOs, and civil society groups reflects a multi-sectoral approach to advocating for and protecting children's rights, enhancing the country's commitment to prioritizing and upholding the human rights of children. Statistics on child marriage in the Philippines. Percentage of child marriages in the Philippines. Impact on children's health and well-being. 17% of children in the Philippines are married before their 18th birthday, and 2.0% of children in the Philippines are married before the age of 15. Sample cases of child marriages in the Philippines. Brief overview of specific cases. Effects on the victims on their families. Legal framework. Rules of different government agencies implementing the law. The provisions of the Act shall be fully and promptly implemented by the following government departments and agencies within their respective jurisdictions. All duty bearers are mandated to report cases of child marriage and issue memoranda relative to child marriage. Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, shall take the lead in the implementation of the Act, create programs that will address the prevalence of child marriage, and provide appropriate services including, but not limited to, legal services, health services, psychosocial services, counseling, educational, livelihood, and skills development, temporary shelter, and other assistance necessary to protect victim survivors of child marriage and their offspring. It shall include awareness campaigns on the negative effects of child marriage. Commission on Human Rights, or CHR, shall monitor the implementation of the Act as Gender Ombud and through its Child Rights Center. Council for Welfare of Children, or CWC, shall work closely with the DSWD in formulating, strengthening, and implementing various policies, programs, and activities to prohibit and end child marriage pursuant to Philippine Plan of Action to End Violence Against Children, or PPAEVAC, and to ensure the implementation of this act. Department of Education, or DepEd, shall include culturally sensitive and age and development appropriate modules and discussions on the impact of effects of child marriage and its comprehensive sexuality education curriculum. Department of Interior and Local Government, or DILG, shall institute a systematic information and prevention campaign against child marriage through barangay-level education programs and initiatives that are culturally sensitive and child-centered. The DILG shall also mandate local government units, or LGUs, to provide basic interventions for the rescue, recovery, rehabilitation, and support of victim survivors of child marriage and their offspring, and establish a system of reporting cases of child marriage. Department of Health, or DOH, shall conduct health promotion and advocacy activities using school and community platforms to raise the awareness of the general public, particularly the parents and the children, and the effects of child marriage on health and welfare of children, families, and communities, and the quality of future generation in general. Department of Justice, DOJ, shall ensure that the penal provisions of this act are carried out and provide access to justice and legal services to victim survivors through the Public Attorney's Office, or PAO, the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, or IBP, as well as the non-government organizations and volunteer legal groups. National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, or NCIP, shall include in its program of action awareness-raising campaign within ICCs or IPs on the impact and effect of child marriage in the overall health and development of children. Monitor and report cases of child marriages in communities under its jurisdiction and ensure the faithful implementation of this act and its interpretation in the best interest of the child. National Commission on Muslim Filipinos, or NCMF, shall include in its program of action awareness raising campaign within Muslim communities on its impact and effect of child marriage in the overall health and development of children. Monitor and report cases of child marriages in communities under its jurisdiction. Ensure the faithful implementation of this act and its interpretation in the best interest of the child. Philippine Commission on Women, or PCW, shall integrate dissemination of the provisions of this act in programs on public awareness and behavior change communications, and Supreme Court of the Philippines shall develop and regularly provide comprehensive, holistic, and multidisciplinary training and workshop programs to the members of the judiciary designed to improve their competencies in adjudicating and managing cases of child marriage. In preparing the training frameworks, the Supreme Court, through the Philippine Judicial Academy, shall ensure that they have a thorough understanding of the provision of the RA number 11596 and other related laws. Heighten awareness and sensitivity in the treatment of the victim survivors, serving the best interests of child and do no harm principle. And enhance knowledge of the programs and services available to victim survivors, their offspring, and their families, and the skill to refer them to proper agencies which could provide such services. The Committee on Family Courts and Juvenile Concerns, or CFCJC, shall serve as a national liaison among family courts judges, the Supreme Court Social Services Counseling Division, or SSCD, international agencies and non-governmental agencies involved issues centered on family, women, and children, and for such purpose, organize national and regional summits and initiate other forms of discussion and exchange of information, best practices, and other concerns failing within the scope of Republic Act number 8369, otherwise known as the Family Courts Act of 1997. And that's all for our report on Republic Act number 11596. Thank you, everyone.